Yeah, my name's Guy Louie Sr. My full name now is actually Philip Guy Edison Louie. I was named after my dad, and I consider myself a fisherman, but I haven't been out for a while. I run a boat in Dock, boat captain there, helping them out, and from a house it. Yeah, family is means everything to me. I guess it wasn't always like that, but just through elders talking to me and where I sit and all that, I have to be sure that I look after my family as best I can, and I do that. So they mean a lot to me, and I help them out as much as I can and where I can, yeah. A father, yeah, it means a lot. It's actually my son that he's the cultural person in my life. Anyway, he keeps me connected. I've not always been a cultural person per se, and so when I need that, he invites me in and keeps me connected with our culture and grandchildren. Well, they mean the world to me. I do everything I can for them, what I can, and and I tell my grandchildren often that I love them. Something I couldn't really say or didn't say because of how I was brought up. Residential school and during the whatever day school stuff, and even my dad went to residential school, and we never heard those words, but I know he loved us all. Well, it means a lot. I think about where we come from, and I was a political leader from my community, and children's health and well-being were always in the forefront for me. And even in the city here, I used to help families out that they were get intimidated by the Child and Family Services here, and so I'd go support them, the runs in town here, just to kind of help them out as much as I can. But I'd like to see them prosper as much as they can, and find that good path, and and sometimes that we all have different ways. It could be through culture and education, and are all of those inclusive. We have a strong connection. My son and nephew started a cultural group here in Victoria, just because they wanted to know the culture, and it grew to that. It includes everybody. We have cultural night here once a week, and that's growing too, because it's going to include other things besides just singing and dancing, and and I'm always thankful. Elders make their way down and share their teachings with them and their understandings of the songs and dances but they're open to so yeah, it means a lot. My beliefs, well, I was not always a cultural person, but I guess I shouldn't say that. I was my aunts and my uncles, my dad. They all, even though I wasn't interested in their culture, they kept teaching me and telling me about stuff and my responsibilities. And, I guess it might have been just because I was ashamed from going to residential school, but they just kept telling me, and eventually I accepted all of the things that they told me and taught me, and where my role is. I'm kind of like my dad's eldest son, so I inherit things that he had, and his roles and responsibilities in terms of the family. He's kind of like one of the heads of our family. Sharing with the future generation, I just share what I know, and a lot of it I think is like lived experience, responsibility, respectability, and all of those things, and when it comes to culture, I kind of rely on my son a lot because he's our cultural person, and it's my grandchildren are, they're all in different areas. Some of them are Cowichan, and they're kind of involved in their teachings over there, their ways, and and so yeah, it's I just try and keep our family together, strong, and connected, which is important, having the family connections. And I think I think about that throughout with my siblings, and we're well connected, with our other family that's out there. Well, I think we need to show respect and live with the respect that for life and for our ladies, our families, and I know some really struggle, with where they're at. I don't know, but I think that we can show our love and our care that we have, I guess, and for me, that's important now. Anyway, was something. Just that we're there to do that, to show our love and support. I think it's important. Well, yeah, it's I think children need that. They need things in their life that keeps them connected or grounded. I always talk about. I can't think of the word right now, but about how we raise our children and keeping them busy. I guess what are their interests, and some might have sports and some might have other things. My oldest granddaughter, she does ballet, and she does it well, and she played soccer and baseball, and my other grandson, he played football, and now he's into rugby. So yeah, just try and connect with the grandchildren as much as we can, and involve them. We have brunch, as much as we can on Saturdays. We have it together, and I really enjoy doing that because all our grandchildren, our son, and so yeah, those are just keeping that family connection. find a good path and hope they can find a way to their health and well-being if they need it, and it's I think about our men, and I think it's we all of the stuff we've gone through in the past, not just the men, but even the ladies, and it's going to take some work, I guess, to get to that point. Maybe, I don't know. I was hearing things like 9 generations, and before we reach there, and to me that was didn't make sense then, but I think maybe it does. And when I think about that and where we're at, I'm always thankful for some of the work that are going on for our children, because that we're getting our ways back that we if we want, they don't have to go through what some of us went through, and I think that's important, and connect in moving ahead in their health, because all of these, like I think about what one of my elders said, and he said that one day we're not going to need, like we have asthma where we're from, and he said, because we're going to all be healthy. We're all going to be healthy, and that's where I envision all of it, where we're at, and is us all being healthy somewhere down the line, our generations, after me and after us and after maybe, so one day we'll get there. Well, I just think about where we're at today, like politically. We talk, the way we talk is like jurisdiction, like over our family affairs. I think that's a strong positive move, but it's and a good thing. It's going to help us get to where we want to, health-wise, and it's going to be in our way, like what the South Island Indigenous Association is doing. It's going to be in our way, not what happens now. All of these policies and procedures that that don't consider rights or family or anything like that. And but it takes time, and some are more ahead of others. But I really look forward to that day. I got grandchildren, and their grandchildren are in care right now, and I think about if those were in place now, they would be together. They wouldn't be in foster care. They'd be where they want them to be. And going through the court system is it's not a good thing, I guess. And because they have their ways, and they don't look at families like the way we do, I guess. And so that's kind of the path I really focus on, is trying to help that move ahead in where I'm from, and and even here in town, what happens. So just I hope more and more nations do that, and because I think there's nothing but goodness that can come from our doing it our way, in our understanding. Because I was brought up, even though I didn't realize it, I was brought up that way. And my mom passed away when I was 5 years old, and I had 5 younger siblings, and I had an older brother and 2 older sisters. Losing our mom affected us in different ways. But my dad, when I think about it, is he kept us connected with family. I always say we had true family in our ways in the house. It's because of what he did. we were looked after by our aunts, by our older cousins. And my dad never did say he was a single dad because he had that support of other family. And that's how I understand things with growing up, being lived. You know, I didn't always look at it that way because I was blind, I guess. But yeah, that's just kind of what I was thinking, you know. And we'll get there eventually, you know. Might seem slow, but we just keep banging and keep supporting our young ones as best we can.